Welcome to Lead the Pack podcast, the blueprint for professional dog trainers. I'm Joe Dickinson, founder of Western States Canine College. Today's episode is a student feature where we break down real growth, real development, and the process of becoming a professional dog trainer. These conversations are not about hype or highlighted reels. They are about structure, discipline, skilled acquisitions, and professional evolution. If you are considering entering this field or you are currently developing your competence, this episode will give you a transparent look at what the process actually requires. Tessa,
Yes.
tell us a little about you, where you're located, and just kind of your journey of becoming a dog trainer.
I'm Tessa. I'm the owner of Connecting Canine in Alexandria, Louisiana. I started around 7 years ago with dog training because I adopted a dog that was a handful, very aggressive, everything. So I went to classes myself and basically rolled into the whole dog training world because of it.
Yeah,
I had a
I
really
love it.
good trainer and a really good mentor to help me out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and
I
yeah,
love it.
not even 2 years ago, I started Connecting Canine. I finally took the
Nice.
turn.
Yeah, yeah. What were you doing before dog training?
I was doing copywriting, so I was making website pages, blog posts, everything. So all
Mm-hmm.
anonymous behind the screen
Okay.
stuff. So
Uh-huh.
completely different, but yeah,
Yeah,
dog training has always been my passion.
yeah, yeah. Did you grow up with dogs?
Yes, we had a whole dog family. My dad was the only one that didn't like dogs, so for a long time we didn't have a dog in our home ourselves, but
Yeah,
everyone in
yeah.
the family had one.
Uh-huh.
And then when I was around 10 or 11, we got our first dog. Yeah,
Okay.
we finally had what we wanted.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. My dad was always, we always had animals, but we were very transient growing up. And so we would find dogs everywhere, everywhere we were like, it just followed us home, and really it was like at the grocery store and we brought it home. Um, but he always grumbled about it, but he never, you take care of it. If you just stop taking care of it, I'll get rid of it, So yeah,
Yeah, no, my
he
dad was
always
a king
played
of
the
dogs. So yeah,
mm,
when we got our first one, it was a flat-coated retriever. So more the family dog.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It took years before my dad finally sat with that dog on the couch. And
Wow,
every
yeah,
day that dog came over to him to say hi. And every time it was
yeah,
like, no, go away.
yeah,
And yeah, so that took forever till the dog got sick. And then he turned around and he loved her all of a sudden.
yeah, yeah.
And our second one was an Australian Shepherd.
Oh wow,
So the
okay,
complete
okay.
opposite, ran into
Yep,
the house like he owned the place. So
yep,
my dad
yep.
couldn't really ignore the dog anymore.
Right, yeah. He's like, you're gonna love me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. That's funny. At what age did you first realize like dogs were your thing?
I think really with our Australian Shepherd when it came to the dog training part,
Hmm.
but I always loved animals. We also always have had animals in the home. If it was or a rabbit or a guinea pig or
Yeah,
anything like that.
yeah,
So I always liked dogs for sure, and I was always with the dogs of family. So yeah, the flat coated was more what we wanted. And when
yeah,
it came to the Australian Shepherd, that was the time that I started really doing the dog training. I
yeah.
was the one bringing the dog to classes, and I was maybe 15 or 16 or something when we got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. What do you feel like clicked for you with the Australian Shepherd, um, that made you fall in love with the way they think or teaching them? Like what was that connection?
At first, it was how fast he was learning, and that I was just making progress with every training. Basically,
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
was a kid. I wanted to just do it good, and it worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And then he hit that teenager phase, and yeah, that was terrible. That
Yeah.
he didn't want to do anything anymore, and that was more that I started thinking more like, okay, what's going on?
Right.
well, how can we help them? So I think that was more my click moments than
Uh-huh.
anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, what made you start becoming real serious about becoming a dog trainer, starting your business, that type of thing?
Uh, the serious part with the dog training was more when I got my first own dog, Darka.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was very aggressive, so it took a while before I could even do something with her. Because
Uh-huh.
every time I tried, I had a trip to the hospital going on. That's how bad it was. So, yeah, eventually, after not even a year, I started going to the group classes,
Mm-hmm.
and we made so much progress. And then the trainer actually asked me to help out with the other group classes.
Nice. Yeah.
And that's where things got serious, and I could basically put my bet on the training field because I was always there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I also started training her dog because her dog needed to be in group classes and stuff too for extra socialization, and
Huh?
obviously she couldn't do that herself.
Right. Right.
So that was a Malinois, so that's where also my love for Malinois came from
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
love it.
that's yeah, that's when I got really serious about dog training and helping out and yeah, just doing it. Then I moved over to Louisiana eventually, and yeah, I had to start from scratch. I didn't know anyone, I didn't know the
Mm-hmm.
area. A friend of ours actually helped me out with a job at a canine facility.
Okay. Nice.
So I worked there, mostly the pet dogs that I was training over there, and some with some aggression issues. I helped out with the canines because yeah, it was also just fun to watch and see how they
Yeah.
did with their handlers, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
Started rolling into that part a little bit too. And then eventually we moved to Alexandria, so I had to start over again.
Right. Yep.
It
Yep.
was 2 hours away, so I couldn't just do that every day,
Right.
especially
Yeah.
not with all the dogs that we have over here. And I was like, yeah, I'm missing it. I was just doing it with my dogs, so my dogs were really lucky because they had a lot of training
All the
during the
time.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, eventually I was like, let's just start it. And then
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
maybe within a week I got everything set up for the business because I was already thinking about it before that a little bit. But yeah, within a
Yeah.
week, everything set up, a website, everything done, the registration, and I just jumped in.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Sometimes that's what you have to do. What do you feel like your fears or your doubts were about jumping in?
Part was because I was new in this area, so they didn't know me. And what
Mm-hmm.
if I was gonna fail with the business because of that reason? Are they even
Yeah.
gonna trust me with their dogs? Because I know how I am when it comes to my dogs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't trust people with my dogs either for the most part. So yeah, I was like, okay, maybe that's not gonna work out. Then am I good enough? Because yeah, I'm fairly new compared to a lot of other trainers compared to you too.
Sure. Yeah.
I only had by then 6 years of experience. So I'm like, yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
so new. Am I gonna do it good?
Yeah.
So I started out with puppies because of that reason, because that was where I felt comfortable in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So then I always have issues with self-doubt and everything. So that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely my issue.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, there was also another trainer that went viral right before I opened a business for abusing dogs more than
Mm-hmm.
training.
Yeah.
So that made it really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then who do you trust?
Yeah.
And trainers are yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, and
for
are you
sure.
still gonna bring your dog to someone knowing that there are other people in the area that abuse the dog?
Right.
And
Yep.
we never know the real story, of course, behind those videos that went viral. But yeah, what went viral was not okay. So
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, that was hard, and you could tell with the people coming over, they did some boarding, but no training yet, or it was
Yeah.
just a private session instead
Yeah.
of the
Let's get a
right.
feel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was really insecure around that time too, because
Yeah.
yeah, for the first few months, yeah, it was quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet. There was a trainer here that she put a video out of she was dog was on a head collar, and she was training, and she put the video out, and it went viral in a very bad way for her. And so then you start questioning, like, oh, don't even video, because people's perception of things, and it's hard to like under watch a video and really understand what's going on. We don't know the whole story. Not saying that she wasn't abusing the dogs, but you have to be so careful because of that. And it kind of creates a little, you have to be a little bit guarded in it.
Yeah,
So you're
so
like, oh, I don't, you got to promote yourself, but how do you promote yourself when
yes.
people see that
And
stuff? Yeah.
social media, of course, is like 30 seconds to a minute. So what
Right.
is before that? What is after that? We don't
Yeah.
know. We never know how the dog was acting before that. But
Right.
yeah, that's those 30 seconds, that's what people see, of course.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
if it's that intense, it's the same. It was some sort of a same video as the dog daddy. So the dog was lunging, and yeah, she pulled him
Yeah.
up. But was that dog always like that? Is that dog that
Right.
way because of the way she was handling? We don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It with everything that you can see and videos, you want to put your best, everything best forward, but it sometimes adds this misconception that, well, that dog got trained. Look how perfect that is. I want that dog, right?
Yeah,
And it's like, well, you don't have that dog. And we have to go about it a different way, and not I mean, there's no reason to abuse or be overcorrecting even, and you have to understand how to correct,
yeah.
and just I mean all of it. So I think that can be kind of debilitating sometimes to trainers of like, oh, I don't that's stressful. So yeah, yeah. What do you feel like would have happened, or what direction would you have been on if you wouldn't have made the leap into dog training?
I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea
Okay.
because the copywriting is not really a future because of AI.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses now use AI, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so they post that stuff on their website, and they don't have to spend all that money anymore on someone
Right.
writing pages. So
Yep.
I have
Yep.
no idea what I would have done, and who knows, maybe I ended up in Walmart or something. I don't know
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
because it
Yep.
it got slower and slower.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I had a future in that part.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. What? How did you discover Western States Canine College? What were you looking for? Additional help? What? How did you discover?
I'm always looking for new ways to learn more about dog training because yeah, you're never done learning. There's always something new that you discover. And so I was looking at a lot of courses. I like the fact that it is online. So I was
Mm-hmm.
more looking into that direction. And yeah, I think it was or that I already found it on Google
Uh-huh.
or it popped up eventually on my Facebook. It was something because of all the searches that I've done and
Right. Yep.
whatnot. So yeah, that's how I eventually ended up over here.
What made you choose Western States over any of the other programs?
The more hands-on feedback and the extra support, because a lot of courses are or just all reading, you do a test and you're done, or you get a little bit of feedback with what you hand in that you have to make a video of like a minute or two, and then you get
Mm-hmm.
some feedback and that's it. And yeah, when I was reading through the whole information, yeah, you see all the extra feedback and the extra support that you're getting. So I'm like, yeah, I need that because I sometimes also need to know if I do something right instead of only the
Right.
feedback part of it.
Yeah. Right, right. Now that you're inside and you've been inside for a good stretch of time, what what stands out to you the most? What's your favorite part of it all?
That you have the whole community that you can reach out to. It's not just the feedback from you or anything like that, or your classwork getting graded, but you can also just ask questions in the group, and everyone has their own perspective. there are people in there, of course, that are already for years training dogs, while you also have the really new ones still that are, yes, where I started out. And so you help each other out the whole time. And sometimes I can give advice to someone, and other times I need advice from someone else with
Right,
more
yeah.
experience,
Yep.
especially with certain things, of course, when it comes to dog sports, for example, and the search and rescue. If I have a question
Hmm.
about that, yeah, you got a lot of people in the group that can
Yeah.
help you out.
Yeah. Yeah, for
And I
sure.
think
For
I
sure.
like that more than the whole coursework. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's always in
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. You got school, you got to get your homework done. I think that sometimes is the hardest part on my side is like, okay, you guys, you got to do your work. Like it's easy to ask a question in the group and then, that's I'm like, you guys should be doing your homework because this is
yeah.
in the program. Like do your homework. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, funny. What is something about Western states that people wouldn't expect?
Again, probably the whole community behind it and the extra help and everything. And that if you have a question, yes, schedule a breakout or schedule a one-on-one or anything like that. I've It's because most courses don't have it. So people are not expecting it. And I didn't even really expect it like that when I started out. I'm like, okay, yeah, fun, you get some extra help and feedback, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's way more.
Yeah. Yeah. That I think the community has been the biggest surprise to me of how it's like that's like the thing, right? Everybody enjoys connecting, the laughs, the encouragement. It's a place that you can, share your frustrations and not be judged. It's a place you can
Yeah.
share your videos and not be judged. Of course, you want feedback, but you also, just hearing that you have that support, that's been the biggest surprise to me of I didn't think that would be as big as it is. So it's fun to get everybody involved and
Yeah.
people jump in at different times, right? Sometimes this group is active and then you have this other person that jumps in and you're like, oh, where'd
Oh
you
yeah,
come
that one
from?
is
So
there too.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. What has been your experience working through the program as far as the coursework, the material? Is it, have you learned from it? Is it stuff that you're like, oh, I didn't look at it that way, or maybe it's deeper than what you originally learned in training?
It's definitely deeper, and especially since you go back to sometimes, yeah, sort of the beginning in the
Hmm.
course with the Zoom classes that we have, and then you're looking at it a completely different way again. You get set in your own way sometimes as a dog trainer, so
Yeah, yeah.
getting that new insight once in a while, even if you already know the subject, there's always
Hmm.
something new again.
Yeah.
And I barely had experience about the dog sports and all that. So, yeah, those classes, I learned a lot from those already.
Oh,
I
good.
don't know for sure how I'm going to implement it and if I'm capable
Sure.
of doing it yet, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's just the whole it's the new part about it because of course you see it on social media and with all the competitions, but it's different looking at it and actually learning something from it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it can be really overwhelming in a way too, because there's a lot of new information coming at you. But yeah, you just have to watch the recordings when you're ready. That's probably what it is.
That's great advice. It's great advice. When the new students come in, I tell them there's a lot in there and it's very overwhelming. And like, when do I get in a class? When do I not? What if I'm not there yet? What if, and then I'm learning this, but I don't know. There is so much in there, but I mean, well said, watch the videos when you're ready. Because there is a lot of information and I strive to just to continue to add. A long time ago, somebody said, I we should write a book for you because you have so much in your mind. And we sat down and started that book. But it didn't feel like I was getting all the things out that I know, right?
Yeah,
And so teaching allows me to share and get all of that knowledge out in all aspects. And so I want it in the program. I want that in there because it's not something that you can find anyplace else.
no,
So, yeah.
definitely not. And that's also probably why some people are like, I don't know what to do anymore. Because, yeah, you see that in the group a lot too, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. And I'm like, you will. I'm not
Yeah.
there yet either.
Right. Yeah. 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 What do you feel like you're being in the program from before to now? How do you feel like your confidence has changed?
It's getting way better. I might always doubt myself because that's just the way I am. But I feel like I know even when it comes to the basics, I think I know more now than before I started.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably also because of the feedback that you're getting and the extra support and the questions. Because yeah, even with just the basic sit down, all that, you get stuck sometimes, and especially if you're set in your own ways, and then all of a sudden you have a dog that nothing is working on,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it happens. No dog is the same. And so, yeah, I definitely have more confidence now to take on those, yeah, harder dogs than just a typical puppy that is a sponge and just
Right.
wants to learn.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I got a lot of dogs that want to learn in my house.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, then you get a stubborn dog, so to
Yeah.
speak. And then, yeah,
Right.
what are you going
Right.
to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, I gained more experience when it came to that stuff for sure.
Nice. Nice. What do you think one thing you learned that most dog owners get completely wrong?
Basically, learning how to train a dog in front of you. Like I said, it's always you're stuck in your own ways, and everyone wants that perfect dog.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
most dogs
Yeah.
will never be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's
Yeah.
ever a perfect dog in a way. They can be perfect for you, but they are never perfect for someone else. And I see that a lot with my clients too. Yeah, but I want the dog to look at me like yours do at you. And I'm like, yeah, but that's hours of training, and I had that time as a puppy. You have to
Yeah.
be realistic with your dog. You're working full time. You're still trying
Right.
to do whatever you can do with your dog. Because I got a few that
Yeah.
spend every moment they have with their dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that dog will never be the same as what, for example, Gator is doing. Because yeah, Gator almost walks into a wall looking at me instead of
Yeah.
looking around him.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's also
Yeah.
not always good. So yeah, I think it's just the whole teach the dog in front of you, set realistic expectations with the dog that you have. And if you have a bulldog, don't expect the same things as a Malinois.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. What is one behavior problem that you feel super confident about solving?
The reactivity. I've had so many issues.
It's perfect timing, right?
No,
We'll just let the reactivity happen.
exactly. Yeah, exactly that word.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had so many clients already with reactivity issues that I found my way in part. Well, a lot of people struggle with the reactivity. I already feel more confident doing it
Nice.
than
Yeah.
maybe another trainer does, because it's not easy to fix reactivity.
No, it's that is so layered. I mean, reactivity is so layered.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you feel like your favorite technique is overall, or maybe methodology or philosophy is?
I'm still more towards the positive training, so the positive reinforcements, but I'm also more balanced because of the dogs in front of me. Some just need an extra tool or anything else. So I don't think I have a favorite in that way. Yeah, I try to
Yeah.
be as positive as possible
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
when needed, but I don't think I have a real favorite. to
way
use.
of, yeah.
Yeah, it's just all dogs are different, and even my own dogs are all different.
What do you feel like the first thing with people with reactive dogs should understand?
That it's gonna take time and efforts. They think that it's gonna be fixed within maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and that's
Mm-hmm.
just not the case. It's so much more. Because when you think you finally are somewhere, then something happens again and you can start over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like us, dogs have a bad day too.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, but we were hoping that it was already fixed. I'm like, yeah, I was hoping that too, but that's unfortunately
Right.
not how it works.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I think it's mostly the time and effort that's needed to fix the issues, or at least fix part of the issues.
Yeah. Yeah. At least get the first layer.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. When did you feel like you started to actually feel like a real dog trainer?
I think when I started working at that facility, because I got way different dogs than just the group class dogs with the puppies and
Uh-huh.
whatnot. And all of a sudden, I'm getting dogs that have, yeah, that are maybe already a year or two and still have to start where the puppies normally start. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so used that people went to a group class or anything like that with a puppy because of the
Mm-hmm.
Netherlands. They are just way different than what they are over here in the States.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think then because then it's going a little bit slower. You have to find different ways, and I think that was the moment that I started to feel more as a dog trainer than I've
Nice.
ever been.
Nice. What do you feel like with Western States Canine College has opened things up for your future?
New ideas for the business. Maybe just expand it with dog sports, even if it's just for
Hmm.
fun, that people can just have fun with a dog doing, for example, agility or barn hunt or anything.
Yeah.
Because normally you only learn in a course how to train a dog with obedience, but
Right.
nothing else. So I think that's opened new doors for eventually, not right away, but
Yeah.
it might be an option. And just, yeah, a different approach in the business itself. Because, yeah, the whole business part of the course gives you
Nice.
new ideas too. And
Yeah.
then you start looking at the business like, okay, you're doing it like everyone else, basically. In the
Right.
beginning, you always do because you got those examples.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, then I'm like, oh, I can do this too. And yeah, with the one-on-one sessions, we've been talking about a lot of things too that I could
Hmm.
change. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just give it a try. And yeah, I
Right.
think a year ago I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. 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 When you start feeling like this is working, to change, to make those changes sometimes can be hard
Yeah.
unless you have like, oh, this actually does work, or modify it around what you're doing. Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
because almost every board and train facility is the same way. You bring a dog for so many weeks and that's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then what? Basically,
Right.
because yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the whole business part of the course has helped me too to figure out what I wanted. And I'm
Yeah.
still not completely there, and maybe I never will be, and I keep
Yeah.
changing it
Yeah,
eventually. But
I did. I mean, I think that you change with clients, right? And
yeah,
what their needs are. And I had a brick and mortar at one point. I offered, we're going to do a rally class and we're going to do an agility class. And, so I just kind of changed as clients were like, hey, do you, offer this or what's sure, let's do it. And then I'd put it out there and people would sign up, so
yeah,
clients kind of give you, they kind of navigate what you're going to offer, and that may just be seasonal, or it may be we're going to try it, and if it doesn't work it's fine,
yeah.
we'll move on to the next kind of a thing. So
I
yeah.
now already put some stuff once in a while in a group class. So I do the rally, for example,
Uh-huh.
and oh, this is actually fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that then I can already feel if people would like it or not. And
Right.
especially since there is barely anything in Louisiana for dog sports or anything
Yeah.
like that. You got
Yeah.
a few places now with some barn hunts or fast cat, but that's all a 2 hour drive, and most people are not going to
Yeah.
drive 2 hours to go to one of
Right.
those trials for a fast cat that maybe is between 8 and 15 seconds.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. exactly. Yeah, but to be able to experience it and have fun with it and
Yeah.
not have that pressure and be local, you'll get people more excited about it for sure.
Yeah, and who knows, they eventually roll into the trials. You never
Mm-hmm.
know. And then
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
willing to drive for it. But yeah, I know myself, I'm not gonna drive over 2 hours
right.
either to let my dog experience it for once to see if he likes
Yeah,
it.
right. Right. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, clients will dictate kind of how things go. Okay, we're going to go into the speed round. What's your
Uh-oh.
favorite dog breed?
Belgian Malinois.
Your least favorite behavior to deal with?
I think the potty training, if you can count that under behavior.
Yeah. Your go-to training tool?
Slip leads.
Treats or toys?
Depends on the dog.
Biggest pet peeve with dog owners?
Babying the dog.
One word to describe your journey so far.
An adventure.
I love it. Off-leash reliability or perfect heel?
I think more the perfect heel.
Okay. Group classes or private sessions?
Group classes.
Most misunderstood dog behavior?
Puppy biting.
Nice. What would you, this is no longer the speed round, so you get time to think about it. What would you say to someone who thinks they're not ready to be a dog trainer?
Just start. It's really easy to keep thinking I'm not ready. I did it for a long time too, and then when you start it, you're like, oh, this isn't too bad.
Yeah,
I can do at least something.
yeah,
Good, yeah. Start out with just your own dogs or a family dog and see how it goes.
yeah,
You don't have to jump right into a business or anything like that, but just start out somewhere.
yeah, yeah. I like it. What was your biggest excuse and how did you move past it?
Basically, that I'm not good enough and don't have enough experience. And eventually I just got over it and was like, yeah, I can do this. Just yeah, I started out with the puppies because I knew I was able to train a puppy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then yeah, you just get over it that way because oh, it works what I'm doing and yeah,
right.
then
Yeah,
go from there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
for sure. Do you think people wait too long to chase their dream of becoming a dog trainer?
yes and no. I think you have to be ready in a way that you have to be able to commit to what you want to do. So if that's with a course or anything like that, if you have a full-time job and a really active social life, sometimes you're not ready to
Yeah,
make that commitment just yet.
yeah,
But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, you just do it. If you really like it and you want to
yeah,
do it, why not?
right, right, yeah,
And then, yeah, change something in your social life, basically, even if
yeah, right.
hours.
Yep, yep, for sure. What would you say someone sitting on the fence? What would you say to them right now?
Just sign up for a course. Even if it's just something that you see online, follow it. There's also a
Hmm.
lot of conferences and summits and everything that are free.
Yeah,
Start out with that if you don't know for sure yet,
yeah,
then it's less of a financial commitment. You can see if you like it, and then just go from there. If you and sign up for the course,
yeah, yeah.
dive in deeper. But you learn from conferences and everything too
Hmm.
already.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's really hard to follow, but yeah, that's just
yeah,
because of the experience or the subject that they cover. But a lot of conferences already give you knowledge to think about what you really
right.
want.
Yep, yep, yeah. What what do you feel like overall with Western States? Who do you feel like this program is for?
For everyone that wants to do something with dog training, whether that's family pets or in the police canine world
Hmm.
or in the dog sports, I think it's for everyone, and it doesn't matter what level of trainer you are.
Yeah,
You don't
Yeah.
even have to have hands-on experience with a dog. You can just start out.
Right. Yeah. What would you say to those that are listening right now and are considering signing up? What would you tell them?
Do it. You're not going to regret it because the whole community behind it is already helping you out. You get a lot of knowledge with the course, with the people that are all in it. And sometimes it even surprises you what people are doing. There's a few,
Yeah.
of course, that share videos every week of what they are doing with their dog. And I'm like, I never thought about that, that you
Yeah.
could do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What does lead the pack mean to you?
Uh, it's just helping each other out, uh, doing what you love. It's not so much being a leader above anything else, but just, yeah, the community.
Yeah.
That's, I think, more what it is. And then just each has their own role as some sort of a leader kind of deal about the subjects that they feel comfortable with.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Tessa, do you have any questions for me?
When did you start with the whole course and thinking about what you wanted to do with it?
Um, I actually started thinking about this and building this out um, in 2008. And I say we, Shannon and I, we worked on things. We didn't want just an online course. We wouldn't didn't want to and mind you, like the internet was not real big back then, right? So how do you teach others, how do you support others? We started a in-person school, um, and trained many and supported many through through the program. We got ideas, what worked, what didn't work, how people are learning, the time commitment, right? To show up and be in person is a lot. It's a lot of time, right? Spending the time with me, going to clients and scheduling that, and then scheduling classes and having time for them to do their homework. So we started evolving it clear back then, but also wanting a program that, one, we could certify, but two, having college in the name was important to us because we we teach everything. You
Yeah.
don't just get an education on positive reinforcement or e-collar training. It's not my way of training. It's how do you train a dog, the psychology behind it, and then you get the personal experience of mine. And so it evolved, and it was time to launch when we felt like we had the program that we could submit in, get approval for college in our name, because you have to have a full program. Not It's not one way. You have to have a full educational program, to use that as an educational platform. Like if I just wanted to keep it for dog training, that's not a big deal. But when you're educating others, that's when that changes. So yeah, it started clear back then with Shannon and I as we evolved and started, like, there's the vet side of things. There's just that we have nutrition in the course because that was important. So it really started clear back then. And the time that it took to build this whole program out so that it was, you could get a full education no matter what level you were at online. And can we do it? Right. And I think the biggest change during COVID that we could do it online was because I ended up having students, like dog training students, all over the world. Over in the UK, I had people like, can you do virtual lessons? We can't get anybody. Everything is shut down. And they heard from me from family members, right? Everything shut down. Everything was, and so they were getting referrals from family members of like, well, see if Joe will do it, and I wasn't offering it, but I'm like, sure, let's do it. And so that was really kind of the turning point of I can teach online, and I can be successful at helping somebody online. So that's kind of the evolution of Western States Canine College.
So long history already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
for
what is
sure.
something in the course that you feel is still missing?
Oh my gosh, wow. Um, I think the it came up in the group today. I think the piece that needs to be built out more is how to teach people, more so of how to get people to follow through with your instructions and be able to say that you can successfully say, I have not failed. And failing is a strong word, but I have not failed any client or dog, and clients and dogs have not failed me. So I think that piece of the course needs to be built out more, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think that group is good for stuff like that too, because
Mm-hmm.
they know what you might miss with what you already have in it, because there is already a lot in it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't think about that part. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, you're still building all the time too.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Any other questions?
No, I think that's it.
Thank you very much for meeting today and sharing your journey. How can people get a hold of you?
People can go to the website www.connectingcanine.com. Uh, we got Facebook, Instagram. That's it for it when it comes to social media. Uh, and you can also find the email and phone number on the website and on social media too.
Perfect. If I live out of state and I want to send you my dog, are you open for that?
Yes. Yes,
And they can,
as long as I can help someone.
yeah, yeah, I love it. Thanks, Tessa, and have a great rest of the day.
You too, and thanks for having me.
What you heard today was not accidental growth, it was structured development. Professional dog training requires education, mentorship, and accountability. If you are ready to move from interest to competence, from passion to profession, explore Western States Canine College and begin your structured path forward. This industry does not need more opinions, it needs stronger professionals. Lead the pack.